Hi everybody, Merlin Dean here with smartphonenirvana.com. We're going to go over another camera app, and this one happens to be the world's most famous camera app, Instagram. The reason it's so famous is because Facebook just paid $1 billion for it. It's got all these filters along the bottom here that makes any photograph look like it's either a Polaroid from 1977 or it just boosts the color and just makes it look fantastic. Instagram, let's go. I'll show you what the app looks like right now. So let's just check it out. Tap on it. Looks like an old Instamatic camera. If you look down here along the bottom, you'll see these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 icons. Up on the top right here is just for you to get in and out of the app. But as you start sliding through, you're going to see, let me get closer here, you're going to see how it really is like the Facebook of photo apps. I mean, I can see why Facebook paid so much money for it. What it is just people taking pictures of what you would think are ordinary things, but when they're done utilizing the filters and the special effects on this, it makes normal photographs really come alive and look fantastic. I mean, there's some really good photographers, but then there's other photographers that are just amateurs and they still end up taking fantastic pictures. On the bottom along here, you see where it says likes? Same thing, you tap on it twice, that means you like it, and it goes on there. And you can make comments just like on Facebook, and you can share it to go on Facebook. It's very, very simple. There's my son JD of a shot I did earlier. You can see these are other people that I follow. There's another shot of JD that I did earlier as well. So let me give you an example. Along the bottom here, this is the home on the left. Next to that, you tap that. This is the popular page. What they do every day is they'll just take random pictures that they like and they'll put them up here on the popular page. And then over here to the bottom right, you click on that and you can end up setting up your account the way you want it. You know, you can put certain friends from Facebook. You can invite specific friends if you want to, change your profile. Next to that, this is like the feed. You know, the people that you're following, like your friends on Facebook, well, you can develop friends here on Instagram and you can see all the photographs that they're doing. So you could check that out. Now, let's get down to the most coolest part. You check out this camera right there. You just tap on that and it brings up the camera. I've got a shot there of a plant. You see I have a high budget studio. On the bottom left right here, you see the square on top of the square. Tap on that and it brings up your camera roll. So if you have an iPhone or an Android, it brings it up and you can tap on your camera roll and you can choose any shot that you want. I'm going to go ahead and get my son JD and our neighbor Jade right here. Now once a photograph comes up, you can crop it. It's a square shape on Instagram, which is a little different than most apps. So on certain other shots, you want to zoom in to crop it. You can move it around any way you want. Once you're happy with the crop, down here on the bottom you hit choose. And then it brings up the really cool part of the app, which is the bottom. All these filters are what enhances the photograph. So you can, for instance, with one touch, you can make it black and white. You can make it look like it's from the 70s. There's black and white. They have this one filter called 1977, which makes it look like a Polaroid. It's even got the Polaroid boundary and everything. Kelvin really boosts the color. Come over here, look at Amero. See what it does? Every single one of these looks fantastic. Now on the bottom left, I don't know what they call this button, but I call it the enhancer. It's just one touch. It boosts the color. See what it did? It makes everything sharper and it balances everything out. It looks fantastic. And if you just want to stop there, you hit the green check and it'll go ahead and be ready for you to download it on Facebook or email it to yourself. But I want to show you up here on top these different icons. This is whether or not you want a border additive or if you don't. This is if you want to rotate it. This is if you want the front-facing camera to come on and take a picture of yourself. This, to me, this teardrop right here is the coolest part. It's the Vignette Blur. And if you tap on this, this little circle comes up. And this circle, you can decide what you want to focus on, and the rest, the background, gets out of focus. And another cool thing you can do is when you tap into it, you can control how big or small you want that vignette to be. So I'm going to go right there to get both of their beautiful little faces. And you can see here, let me get a little tighter. You see how the faces are in focus, but over here everything else gets out of focus. So whether it's flowers, people, animals, whatever that you have in mind, Really looks cool when you do that. If you like what you see, hit the green check mark, and then you can see here Twitter, Facebook. You can email it to yourself and print it out when you get home. For those of you that are more advanced, it's got the Flickr, Tumblr, Foursquare, all kinds of different places to share your photograph. Caption is something you need to do. When you hit the caption, you can put in a title. You have to do that. You do not have to put in the enable geotag. If you're on vacation, I recommend you do that, but if you're not, for privacy reasons, you may not want to do that. So once you have the photograph that you're finished, it gets inside the feed, and then people can just tap on it twice. Little heart comes up, and that means it's liked. And they can leave comments underneath as well. So you can see how it's just like Facebook, but just on photography. And like I said before, it could be something that you would think would be boring, but man, when they're done utilizing it with these filters, they look fantastic. And they have a search window in there, so if you can put in dogs, cats, you can put in a lamp, and you'll get 1,000 pictures of different lamps from all around the world. And they look incredible. So you got to check this app out. It's absolutely free. Instagram for iPhone or for Android. So speaking of iPhone, if you want to learn more details about the iPhone, check out my website, smartphonenirvana.com. Thanks so much for checking us out.